Today we're going to check out one of the best hid secrets of the Ozarks. There are all kinds of conspiracies and stories about hidden underground bunkers and facilities all over the Ozarks. From the Pensmore Chateau, a super mansion larger than the White House, to Springfield Underground, you can find any number of theories and stories scattered across the internet. But one facility that there seems to be very little information about is the banking fortress equivalent to a modern-day Fort Knox, known as the Mountain Complex. Hidden in plain sight on the outskirts of Branson, Missouri, there are no gates, no fences, and no visible sign that this decommissioned dolomite mine is not part of an active mining operation adjoining the property. The hundreds of motorists that pass by every day have no idea that millions of dollars of banking transactions flow through its servers daily from financial institutions all across the country. If you have ever withdrawn money from an ATM or held a bank account in the United States, chances are that information has flowed through the servers housed here in a 68-acre cavern carved out of a mountain by the mining industry. So here's a little history on how this place came to be. The Mountain Complex is owned by a group of 5 investors who purchased it sometime in the early to mid-90s for a little over $1 million. 2 of the members reside in Arkansas, with the other 3 living in Missouri. Early in ownership, one of the owners from Arkansas wanted to make the cave into a flea market as a tourist attraction for Branson travelers. Fortunately, the other members were intelligent enough to realize that that would be a horrible avenue for their investment and converted the cave into a commercial storage facility prior to it being a server farm. During its tenure as a storage facility, it housed goods for a national retail chain as well as spirits from a local distillery. Jack Henry & Associates is an industry leader in processing banking and ATM transactions for approximately 9,000 banks and credit unions all across the country. Since the early 2000s, Jack Henry & Associates has leased a portion of the Mountain Complex to house their server farm for mission-critical data. In 2007, Jack Henry & Associates announced that it was consolidating 6 of its disaster recovery operation centers from across the country into one 7-acre central command center within the Mountain Complex. In order to accommodate this massive data center, Jack Henry & Associates spent a rumored $12 million. This revamp included drilling 50 wells for CPU and geothermal cooling, a backup generator and fuel farm capable of powering the facility for 2 weeks before requiring refueling was installed, as well as a state-of-the-art fire suppression system. In addition to being protected by hundreds of feet of solid rock, the center is secured by thermal, motion, and human occupancy detection and biometric security measures, making it virtually impenetrable and immune to natural and man-made disasters. Pretty much if all hell breaks loose, this place is still going to be standing, hence why Jack and the Associates chose this location. If you're a fan of the show Mr. Robot, you may remember when Elliot and the others conned their way into Steel Mountain to plant a Raspberry Pi that brought down Evil Corp. Steel Mountain was portrayed to be located in a limestone quarry, so it would have been very similar to this complex in the Ozarks.